What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. I am smiling right now because the Toronto Raptors have selected Christian Koloko with the 33rd overall pick of the 2022 NBA Draft. 7'1" center from Arizona, and he's one of the players that I profiled in my video on Monday when looking at potential options for this Raptors team. As soon as I heard Koloko's name being called, I jumped up. I was happy. I'm like, yes, this is who I wanted the Raptors to take. It obviously makes a whole lot of sense. You look at Koloko's size, his defensive ability. I think he's going to be a great fit, a part of this Raptors system. And it's funny because you look at the players that were taken before Koloko, there were some other options that I saw the Raptors potentially going in. Andrew Nembhard, he was selected 31 overall, fellow Canadian. Caleb Houston then went 32nd, and then Koloko goes 33rd. I didn't know this. This is actually really, really cool. He shares the same hometown as Pascal Siakam in Cameroon. So he's going to have that route tied to Siakam. That's going to be an amazing backstory for Koloko entering this franchise. And he averaged 12.6 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks as a junior with the Arizona Wildcats this season. And he was actually voted the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. The 22-year-old was also named to the All Pac-12 First Team and won the Most Improved Player this season. And this is what Raptors head coach Nick Nurse had to say after the Raptors drafted Koloko, and I quote, "If he protects the rim as well as I think he does, it gives you a chance to be even more aggressive out on the wings and try to be even more turnover driven." Close quote. Now, just to give you an idea of how much the Raptors were zeroed in on this pick, Bobby Webster said that the Raptors have been tracking Koloko since 2017. He said that the sky's the limit. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of notes that Sportsnet's Blake Murphy made about Koloko. This is what he had to say about Koloko's defensive skills. Unreal length, good timing defensively around the rim, improved dramatically year over year. He's got a big-time motor, and the Raptors will embrace his wild closeouts / scrambling to correct mistakes as they work to iron them out. And then offensively, he writes that Koloko is efficient in moderate usage role, shooting range up to 17 feet, and could extend to three-point range in time. Should be a good rim run option and finishes really well on dunker / dump offs. Will require some patience with turnovers and limited handle / counters. And then he says he could see a scenario where Koloko is up and down from Raptors to 905 as injury / rotations dictate. And of course, with any young prospect, you're going to want to gradually bring him into the system. And going back to his defensive prowess, Koloko has much more mobility and potential as a switch defender on the perimeter than he gets credit for. Koloko actually blocked opponent shots on 10 of the 39 ISOs he defended this season. That's 25.6%. Koloko has proven to be a great ISO defender and a switch defender, which is going to make him a vital asset, a part of Nick Nurse's defensive schemes. I was surprised to see Christian Koloko still available at 33. I thought there could have been a scenario where he was taken in the first round, because that's how much untapped potential this guy has. And you look at how he's going to help the Raptors immediately. It's his great size. It's his great rim protection, averaging nearly 3 blocks per game with Arizona. That's not something you can overlook. And offensively, you can't expect him to come into an NBA game and start chucking up threes or start going for 10 plus points or 15 plus points a game. He's going to obviously need to work on the offensive part of his game. It's such a Raptors type of pick. The fact that he does have great defense, he does have a high motor, and he has a whole lot of room to grow. But guess what? He's going to be entering one of the best developmental systems in all of the NBA. And you better believe Koloko is excited to join this Raptors team. This is a very good pick for the Raptors in the second round. They have a guy that is raw and he can get very good. he can be a very good part of this Raptors team. It made a whole lot of sense when looking at potential prospects, especially big men in this draft. Once you saw Koloko was still available, it was a no-brainer for the Raptors to make this pick. So I think the Raptors might have done it again. I think Masai Ujiri and this Raptors franchise might have done it again. They could very well have themselves a hidden gem here in the second round, and this could be one of those picks that could end up being one of the steals of the draft. You just look at all of his intangibles, and if he's willing to come in and learn and get better, you better believe Christian Koloko is going to be a very good prospect with the Raptors. And if there's something we've learned over these past couple of years with the Raptors and drafting, it's they know their stuff. Do not underestimate them. Do not doubt their ability to make the right choice when needed to. So I think this is going to be another one of those examples. So Christian Koloko drafted with the 33rd overall pick. I'm excited. I can't wait to see this guy out there, and I can't wait to see him get better and play with the likes of Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby. I mean, right now, you look at this Raptors DNA, man, they are going to be scary defensively, and they're going to have a lot of length, and they finally have a guy who's going to be over 7 feet tall, and that is Koloko, 7'1". What a stature. And then it was announced at the time of me recording this video that Ron Harper Jr., forward out of Rutgers and Don Bosco Prep, has agreed on a 2-way deal with the Raptors, sources tell ESPN. Is Ron Harper Jr., one of the best players in Rutgers basketball history, and he's actually the son of a 5-time NBA champion, Ron Harper, as he looks to create his own legacy in the NBA. Harper finished his Rutgers career with 1,525 points, tied with Roy Hinson for 11th most in program history. So overall, a very good night for the Toronto Raptors. They finally draft a center in Christian Koloko with the 33rd overall pick, and then they pick up Harper as they reach an agreement on a 2-way deal after Harper went undrafted. So that is it for today's video, guys. I do want to say, though, today's video sponsor is Limitless Tire, superfan Nav Bhatia's favorite tire store. Limitless Tire are your local tire and rim experts in Toronto, Brampton, Pickering, Scarborough, and Mississauga. Their team proudly provides no credit check financing. So go follow them today and let them know that Luca Rosano sent you. Again, today's video sponsor is Limitless Tire, superfan Nav Bhatia's favorite tire store. Let me know what you think of the pick. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel for more content, plus ring the bell. We'll see what Koloko brings to the Raptors. But like I said, this might be one of those picks that you look back on and say, damn, the Raptors did it again. They have a guy who is going to be very good, and they might have a pick that you can deem as one of the steals of the draft.